Okay. So what JB has got us to do is we're in the group of three. We need to discuss our ideas, what we've come up for our documentaries. So each of us will discuss our ideas for our documentaries, and so on. So yeah.
Uh,
So one by one, Kavoy, what's your idea for your documentary?
uh, I was thinking I could document about the first lockdown
Mm,
before COVID, when COVID started
okay.
in England, like in March.
Mm,
I could do something about that. Have 3 4 questions, how to experience the first lockdown.
okay, that's
Yeah,
interesting. That's
yeah.
interesting. Interesting. What are the strengths of your documentary?
So yeah,
What are your strengths for your documentary?
uh, I was uh,
Mm.
not sure yet.
Okay. Lilia, what's your idea for your documentary?
My idea is to talk about that coronavirus paused their life, and now people don't have what to do, and
Mm,
their life changed a lot. So they have to start to.
okay. What are your strengths for your documentary?
That I will show the streets where there were a lot of people in London, and now the streets are empty. So people stay at home. They use sanitizer a lot, to wear mask, and don't talk to people close in the streets.
Mm. And the weaknesses?
Mm. That it will be hard to shoot a lot of people in the street.
Mm. Okay. My idea for my documentary is that I'm going to talk about how COVID has affected everyone's lives during the pandemic, for like how it's affected them during their education, during their lifestyles, for during you know this is just everything really. And my strengths is that I'm going to interview two two people from the college in the college, and I'm going to talk to them about how they feel about how's their life affected during the pandemic, and I'll also ask them about how how do you feel about the COVID vaccine moving forward, and then and then for the strengths I'm going to use I'm going to use some film footage. I'm going to use some film footage of what is life like during before pandemic, and then after that I'm gonna use film footage of life in the pandemic. So I'm gonna use those film I'm gonna use film footage, and I will also be interviewing the one of the teachers and then all the students in the college, and I'll ask them about how's their life affected during the pandemic.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's not bad. Yeah,
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 yeah. So that is that. So yeah, so that is
yeah.
yeah. That's what I'm aiming to do.
Mm.
And for the weaknesses is that it'll be tough. It'll be difficult to film people whilst in the pandemic, because as it may be very as they may find it not so easy. And potential problems could be that you have to wear a mask and everything and that, and probably um just just getting used to lockdown situation. So yeah,
Mm.
yeah. So that is that really. Um, think you said take 5 minutes to discuss it, and then after that, that's it. So yeah, thanks guys.
Can you send us this video
Yeah.
that you recorded?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll try. I haven't done the survey to you guys yet. I'm gonna try. We'll try to create it as soon as
Yeah.
possible.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, go for it.
So my first idea about mental health. My target audience obviously people who seek mental health, or people who want to help loved ones that suffer but don't know how to take the next step to actually recover. The lighting I want it to be like neutral, like a happy, motivating coloring, and like clear. I want to wear something white because I think white is the best option. I'm gonna have one guest and one host. And I want it to be a solo at the beginning, over the shoulder, and in the interview I want to ask. That's basically it. What do you think? Like, is it a good idea?
I think it's a great idea. I think based on the idea what you mentioned.
Can I get my laptop to just write?
Even my mom was like, message your teacher saying that he wasn't here. Like, I was in paid for 2 days, I didn't come in for 2 days, but I still came back this week. And then, because I get paid virtually next week, I have to be. Oh, sorry.
No, so 2:20 until 10. So that's the max.
Yeah, I think based on your idea, I feel like your idea is. I think it's great. I think it's a great idea. I think you talk about mental health, mention about over the shoulder. How you want to explain in full depth about tourism. I think it's a really good idea.
Do you think people actually watch it if I talk about like how to take the next step to recovery, what to do to distract yourself when you wanna calm yourself, what to do? Like, do you think people listen and actually care for what I said?
I think for those who may have mental health before in the past, I think they connect. I think they can take benefits from listening to you, to your podcast. Maybe for them, listen to your podcast. Say that they can do some tough periods. Listen to your podcast might help them feel in a better place. So I think
when you're going to be absent, there's a line that you follow.
Yeah.
There's downstairs. You can let them know.
If someone were to watch my podcast, what do you think the negative? Do you think there'll be any negative commentary? Like, if there would be atmosphere, if I want to create a friendly atmosphere, do you think I'll get any type of negative?
I don't think so. I don't think so because the reason why I say that is like I don't think people will take some. I don't think people will see mental health as a negative way. So I feel like I feel like from my personal point of view, I feel like they'll want to listen to you talk about mental health. And I think, having said that, I think your ideas will surely benefit others for those who have mental health to overcome their own situation.
Yeah, I get it. So, that is great. Last one. So this one is a true crime case about the Golden State Killer. Like, do you like watching like YouTube videos about murders or something like that?
Sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes.
Okay. My target audience will mainly be introverts because I usually see like a lot of introverted people in commentary and like watching this sort of videos. Curious people, like people who want to be informed about dangers like that and past actions that these criminals have made. I want them to be young, like young adults as well, like 15 to 25. Also during my podcast, I want to add music and sound effects because they can have that feeling of like mystery and tension and sound effects. And let's say I say about the case that he opened the door or something, adding like the creak sound to like help the viewers create an image in their head. I'll have one guest and one host there obviously have to make an interview and same angle over the shoulder during the case and the close-ups during the interview. So basically the same question. What do you think is good about this idea? Like,
is that template on
no, this is, well, you can get the questions on Teams. It's on this one. Yeah, it's on this one.
The video?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll go check.
Yeah. Podcast link, the one that he said yesterday.
It's who was teaching
With that little image. You'll get the mind map thingy and all that.
Because I want to listen to mine next after you've done
So this is for...
So she was second idea.
I'm not missing out any kind of thing.
Let me... I need to read.
Taking phone camera all day. Everything about.
Okay. So, what do you think is good about this video? Like,
I think what's good about it is that what you mentioned before, and I feel like what you based it on is that you talk about murderers and how you're gonna set it up with your plan is that you mentioned over the top and in shoulder. So I feel like based on the target audience, like young people that know much about murder, but some that don't, I feel like it's that's a really good second idea. Like the first one was a better plan, and they always have to have your backup. So yeah, I think it's a really good second idea.
Do you think, because when I say if I were to do this one and put it in YouTube or something, and my target audience, I also want younger people to understand the dangers of what can happen to them whilst listening to these cases. Do you think if I were to explain what they do, like what criminals do you think the audience will listen to that and be like more cautious when they go out or just in general?
I think they need to be cautious. Like, I think they need to be careful what's going on around the world, because you never know what might happen. Because at night time, especially, because at times like this, like, you don't be going out at night time, because you never know what might happen to you, because your parents might be worried. So I think, I think your audience, I think they should see it. I think because, like, they must be aware of the dangers that might come at them, because you never know, because what's coming, if say like someone, say like if you're in danger, you never know, you never know, like, something bad might happen to you. So from my point of view, they should watch your podcast. They need to be aware of what's going on, be cautious about the dangers. And I think my advice is if at night time as well, just get, especially if you're going out into town and stuff. I think maybe have someone with you, like maybe 1 or 2 or 3 people with you, just to keep you safe in company. So that's why I think personally.
Whilst recording or once it's posted, do you think I'll receive any backlash? Like, if I was to post this, do you think there'll be like, you're not informed enough to do this podcast, or like just backlash in general, like hate?
Do I think you receive backlash? I mean,
Well, if I don't sound, you know how like when you listen to these type of cases, they always have a serious voice.
Yeah.
So if I don't get the tone right, and if I sound like happy whilst talking about, like smiling when they say, yeah, this man killed this little girl, do you think I'll receive, if I don't have the type of serious tone and information right?
I think, Kelly, it depends how you set it. I feel like if say like if your podcast is at a higher tone or lower tone, I mean, like, to me, I don't think people won't even matter. I don't think you won't get backlash. But I think it depends how you prepare. I mean, how you prepare it.
Yeah.
So I think it's how. So for me, I think it's not just a case of you getting backlash. I think it's how you prepare. If you prepare well, then I feel like people. I mean, you won't get backlash from it. So yeah. That's what I think. Right, this is my idea for my final major project, MP. I have my friend Maria here, and we're going to discuss about my idea. So, my idea for my MVP is a short film. It's about social life, and the idea behind it is that I want people to. Because people understand what my education level is like outside of in college or school, but what they don't know is what my life is like outside of college. So I'm gonna be basically taking them on the journey to see what my life is like outside of college, so they can have an idea what I do in my own spare time. I'm gonna be using different locations, so not just one location, but so I'll be in different places at the same time throughout this video project, and I'm gonna be having actors in my video.
How many?
5. And I'm gonna so I'll be having actors in my video. I'm also gonna have I'm also gonna be like using archive footage of my social life back in the past, and I'm also going to be using my own track for my MVP, as I've already created one during during February, and yeah, basically why I'm doing this because I'm doing this because I want people to understand or to have an idea what my life is like outside of education. So because they want to know what my life is like, what I do in my own spare time when I'm not in college. So I'll be filming. So I'll be getting some footage of what I do in my spare time, and just like for my social action, I'll have Dominic as my cameraman, and he'll also be acting in it along with other people, and you'll get an idea of what the video will be once you see the entire video file. So
is there any message behind it of the video? Is there a message behind it?
The message I would say is just to enjoy social life. Sometimes people have their own ways of enjoying social life, whether it's on their own, but I prefer to enjoy social life when I'm when I'm around other people, because I feel more secured when I'm with other people. So I want people to know that social life is all about not just being on your own, but just have people around you. Spend time with one another. Rather than being left out, because people want to feel more comfortable or feel more secured. Because at the end of the day, we're gonna have points in our lives where we need to be with other people. Just to communicate, and just to get to know each other a lot more. So,
are you gonna do interviews with the actors about their social life as well, or
it's not gonna be an interview. It's more of a short film, so there won't be any voice speaking in this. But it's just gonna be music in the background, and it's gonna be more the case of a montage of what I do in my spare time, in my social life. So it's not it's not gonna have any. So there won't be no interviews. There's not gonna be a voiceover. There will be actors, but no voiceover. But it will be the case of just having music in the background and a montage of what I do in my social life with other people, not just by myself, but with other people, and you will see what my life is like when I'm not in education, and you will see what I get up to in my own spare time, so that I can send this message out and say, just enjoy social life. Just enjoy what it lasts.
Okay, I think that's a good idea. I think it's a very good idea, and it gives a good message out to young people, especially our young people who are very stressed in life with college and work and that. It's very stressful, and focusing on the future and that, and what you're trying to put in, just focus on the present and on your social life right now. And that's a really good thing to put out there in the world. So I think it's a very good idea. And it's showing your own personal experience through that.
No, I totally agree.
And how you cope with the stress.
No, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%.
Yeah, it's a really good idea. That.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
The cameras. How many cameras will you be using?
I'm using Dominic's camera.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just one camera.
Yeah, just one camera. But I'm gonna be using my phone camera during the Easter break, and then for the 3 days I'm with Dominic, I'm using his camera.
Okay.
So.
Okay. And you're gonna use different camera angles?
Yeah, I'll be using different camera angles. So, like for instance, next week Friday, I'm gonna film with Dominic and Satu. We're gonna go on location, and then when we come back after the Easter break, I'm gonna continue to film more with Dominic and Dotilia, and then we'll wrap up the filming with Dominic, Bree and Bakel in Dominic's group.
Yeah.
So yeah, there will be different camera angles. You're going to see plenty of long shots, extra long shots, close-up shots. Now you're going to see the whole lot throughout this video.
Okay.
So.
Okay, that's good. It's a good idea. It's a good idea.
But
yeah. I like the idea. It's a very good idea.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
it's going to go really well.
Yeah. Okay, I think. It was a warm day, and the birds were chirping as they were flying through the sky. Then the bus came storming through. The bus approached it. Someone kept calling. The sound of footsteps kept calling, and the hissing sound was approaching. A snake came up.
You boys ain't from around here, are ya? You boys ain't from around here, are ya? Where are you boys trying to head to? You boys best keep riding, you hear? And you hear? This town ain't big enough for the two of us.
Okay, so this is my decent stuff. One of my decent, I want to do it. I want to talk about. I want to talk about. I want to come about.
Yeah, so some by trade, more things like that. It's like until I get my car back, then I'm gonna
all that basic.
it's good to see you. How was your Christmas?
Now I am going to be interviewing now the style how I'm gonna have it, how I'm gonna plan it. The style I'm gonna have it is that I'm gonna have
I mean,
me
this
with the
last two is
microphone,
COVID and all that.
in the recording booth, and I'll have like music posters all around, and then I'll have backdrop. I'm gonna have this, music in the background as well. Just get things moving in it, and for the interviews that I'll be interviewing to get somebody via
Canada, United States.
so
And for the last 3 years, I haven't.
I'll be asking how they go to music, how far they've come, etc. And for the intro, the outro, I'm gonna create my own jingle.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around
And I'm gonna basically have their work and time.
that's I think their focus is really and they're helping one another.
I'm gonna say my intro, then do my slogan, and then I'll get onto the main thing. The topic I'll get straight to the main conversation. As far as my target audience is concerned, I'm gonna be aiming at people aged like 8, 11, 7. I feel like for those that who love music, I think they'll feel attracted into this music. Maybe for those who don't know about music, maybe for those that don't know a lot of music, maybe for them, I'm gonna like basically I'm basically gonna be aiming my podcast at them, because so that they can, for those that don't know music as much, they can listen to my podcast, and then when they've watched it back, maybe once or twice a week, they can look back on it and say, wow, now you know a lot about music. And the main props I'm going to be including the equipment I'm going to use. I'm going to have DSLR cameras. I'm going to have a tripod. I'm going to have I'm basically going to have like I'm going to have a microphone as well. And because it's about music, I'm going to be dressing up like one of the hoodies and stuff. I'm going to have headphones on the table. I'm basically going to have like I might have a radio as well, so that it makes my podcast more soothing, more vibrant. And as far as that's concerned, I basically because I want to monetize my podcast by having sponsorships, some sponsorships, so that I can have other sponsors supporting my podcast. But also, I'm also going to have direct support, so I can ask my fans simply to send me money to send support for my show. So if my content, my personality goes well, then I can basically keep producing episodes every single day. And for my social preference, the way I'm going to present to showcase my podcast, so that everyone knows what's going on, I'm gonna have I'm gonna have posters of my podcast, then the title, who I'm interviewing, what I'm talking about, and I'm also basically going to include I'm also going to include a.
Right. Can I start off with you, my friend?
I'm going to include
to establish your level.
I'm going to include another poster, or like the final poster, so they know what day and what time they can tune in, and then I can just put down the links, the links they can watch my podcast on, so that way everyone can get, so that can attract all this attention, because So for me to have a good audience and for me to put for my podcast to grow, that I need to show my personality whilst I'm talking about the main topic. And yeah, so yeah, what do you mean?
So, firstly, the poster idea, I think that's great. Like about your podcast, so people can see, like you said, tune in at what time, and like I think that's a really good idea. I really like the whole setting. So you're gonna have microphones, headphones. It's very like music because you're obviously making this about music. So that's really good. The Zoom call that you said for the interview, I think that's a pretty good idea because I was listening to podcasts like that and they do have a lot of like calls like that, so I think that's really good. Do you want to inspire people with this? Because I think this could be a really good like type of inspiration.
I want to like basically inspire because I've got my own podcast show on my YouTube channel, so I want to make my. So I've done 2 episodes so far, so I want to make my 3rd episode.
Have you got your ideas?
Like this episode, I want to make it as special, but also more so that it can inspire young people. Say, if you want to know about music, listen to my podcast so that you can understand more what I'm talking about, what music's all about, how to make it feel, what type of music you listen to. From saying,
and you said you want to speak about 2 artists.
Yeah, 2 artists.
And for that part, I think as something you could add, talk about their backstory to inspire people, how they started. Because there's a lot of people who started like at the bottom with like no money and just completely grew. So I thought that would be
that's exactly that's what I'm going to be talking about as well. And I think in the build-up to my main podcast, I'm going to be survey. I'll be asking people, what do you do about music, and I'll do a survey. I'll do like a bar chart, and then give.
It's really good idea.
That's good.
I feel like it would be very inspirational.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like
So,
informative as well
corruption in
about the
government.
music
Absolutely.
music industry in general.
So that's my first idea. So my first idea doesn't go to plan. I have my plan B. My plan B is I want to talk about transfers, but in football. Talk about players that are coming out, and how I'm gonna plan.
Sports. It's about sports.
Yes, this is a sports type podcast. So this is my second idea. So what we talk about in my second idea is about talking about transfers of football players coming in and out of the football club. I'll have 2 guests. I'll have the same as it is last time. I'll have me with a microphone in the room, and I'll be because it's going to be like a sporty type stuff. So I might come in the football jersey, tracksuit bottoms, and I'll have 2 guests with me, and I'll be discussing about the transfers, who's in the room, and then same as to my first idea, I'm going to be having a poster of like each poster of the main podcast, what I'm talking about, etc. Coming soon. Then I add another poster of the final one about the same topic, but adding the time, the day, when they can see it, where can they see it, and so they will know what time they know they can switch on to. And I think I'm gonna aim my target audience to people that love football, because we know boys love football. Maybe for girls,
it will be a bit.
maybe they do like football, maybe not. Maybe for boys and girls, maybe
So
they
you have
can
two ideas and then
get I can aim my podcast to
What I
them
need
because
to do
maybe for them
about you.
because maybe they want to know that because maybe the favorite players might be going, they might be staying, or they might not stay. So then I can aim my podcast at them so they can get their interest in listening to my podcast.
Because
And
if you've got your idea,
as I said before, I think for the backdrop, I'm gonna have football posters. I'm gonna have basically just like I'm gonna have
a focus group.
I'm gonna have football on the table. I'll have like I'm basically gonna have like a football scarf on the table. I'm gonna have basically. And for the outro, the intro, we'll start slow. Then we'll start at a high beat. Then we'll slow down a little bit. I'll do my intro, do my slogan.
So you have to think about your focus group.
And also,
as soon as you get your ideas,
talk about what we're talking about to my guests, and then I'll get straight onto the main conversation.
Focus group outside, so you can have to speak to your fellow friends here.
And
say, hey guys, can you be my focus group? I'm gonna ask
like
you
the
these
other one, the
questions.
props
Answer
are really
them,
good.
and then
You said
we
the
can
scarf.
be by
I think they'll really have that energy. The post
So for you,
about the timing,
Michael,
your
I would
the
say
schedule,
still,
and
you also
the
just haven't
sports
thought about
ones.
the focus
I think
group.
they'll give out like
Okay.
the right energy of
No
your
focus
podcast.
at the moment, because you don't have ideas yet.
Your outfit, you said you want to wear
What is your
something
deadline
football
for this
related.
one?
Yeah.
That's a really good idea
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Your target audience, you said you want it to be boys or both.
Yeah, both.
Like,
It's mixture
so
of
both.
both.
Yeah, it can be very like any gender can like sports. It can be very inspirational as well. You talk about like the music one, the backstory.
Hello.
Sport plays.
I'm
Want to
just
do that. I think
trying
that
to
would be really
establish about
nice to
your
like get people
podcast and where I
up
find
and
you. What's your name again?
do a sport, be active. It can be good.
Okay,
It's a really good idea. I like it.
Yes.
Have you developed your two ideas for the podcast?
Jordan, thanks a lot for coming along this afternoon. I've invited you along to present to me your PowerPoint, which links two contextual theories, is that right?
Yes.
Two examples of video in relation to your final major project, which you're about to produce. So in your own time, go through the PowerPoint presentation, just giving me a summary of each slide.
So my PowerPoint is on semiotics and social action. So semiotics is a systematic study of the process of meaning making. Is when you connect a meaning or to a sign as the interpreter's sign. Rolling bars for a sign as the denotation, as a literal what it is, and the sign could also have a connotation. The symbolotic implies suggesting meaning in addition or beyond the sign's literal meaning. Mm-hmm. It also includes that the idea that the reading of the sign or semiotics is based on the cultural and the ideological perspective of the person, audience, or media producer that reads the sign.
Well, thank you for that.
So the problem with semiotics is that audience are more active as time flies by, but at the same time, audience have become more passive into what they're watching. Now, for example, if I look at Madonna's music video "Like a Prayer," it uses a very culturally sensitive signs to illuminate a narrative with key signs that appear as religious icons that are juxtaposed with fears like a knife and cuts, and signifies to show the suffering signified. Mm-hmm. And another example is that Chantal Alame's film Jean Diamond features signs that are presented at a pace of real life, not at a filmmaking or movie-like pace, but through this instance that of a measured film. Realistically, rather than cinematographic, but time is used inside, and these signs of props and facial and body expressions and signifies as the pace of movement of action of a main character, which is a key sign signified aiming to connote certain emotions signified within the pace or also sign within the ordinary life.
Thank you.
Social action. Social action is about people coming together to improve and help their lives and solve problems together, and why they're important in their own communities. It can include volunteering, giving money, community action, or neighborly acts. In the late 20th century and early 21st century, Max Weber's social action ideas have become increasingly applied by media products who want to make media products that are intended to prompt and support changes of attitudes in society. He first created social action in the late 20th century. His ideas became more clearer and more vibrant to the media products who want to curate media products that are proposed to prompt and more guarantee support of the changes in attitude in society. There are 4 different types of social action. There's rational, affective, instrumental, and traditional.
Thank you for that. Well remembered.
The examples of social action, like Tupac's song Gospel Ghetto is about ending war on the streets, addressing the futility of racial differences and distinctions, particularly under the unifying of banner of poverty. And in the music video, you can see that there are many ways the shot of the character dead on the ground is in some ways a positive representation. Another example is that in the advert, Roll Up Your Sleeves TV ad, is persuading everyone to get COVID vaccine so that everyone can get back to doing what they love doing, which is seeing people and non-social distancing, as well as being able to go to events and being healthy and stable as they try to enjoy normal life. And third and final example is a short film of which I made, You Are Not Alone, which is a sign of embracing everyone what mental health is all about, and it catches our emotion towards my own backyard story of what my mental health is and how I was able to overcome my mental health experience and moreover it's a narrative and takes us to a journey to explore how I was able to overcome my mental health. I think the problem with social action is that it tends to ignore power distribution in society.
Wow, thank you very much for that. So, in retrospect, looking at social action contextual theory and in terms of semiotics, wasn't it?
Semiotics, yeah.
How have these two theories affected your own production for the final major project?
Well, I want to combine my video with semiotics. I want to include like denotation and connotation, so that there's a sign of towards what my video is. And with social action, I want my video to be more effective, so that people can feel the emotion, and more so they can understand what my video is about, but just catching the audience's feelings, and catching their attention, because I want people to understand that when you're sociable, which I'm producing, I want my video to have a sign of having more of a denotation and connotation type, but also with social action coming into it, I want people to have the emotion of how it feels to be more sociable. So that's why I want my video. That's why I'm having two theories, so I can combine it together, so that there is a meaning there's a meaning towards it, so the audience can understand what my video is about and how I'm going to produce it.
Okay, so the video stands to have in it lighting or props or objects or gestures as signs which the audience will read and perceive. And this is in regard to you expressing feelings and experiences, I understand, to do with being more sociable and the social part of our lives. The social action that you're looking to produce is going to be an effective social action because you want the audience, you expect, your preferred reading of for the audience is that they would appreciate either their own sociability skills or appreciate the voice of an individual represented or individuals represented in the film, in the production, that are exhibiting social anxieties and social relationship expressions. Right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.